She hasn't messaged in days. So why are you still checking your phone? Why are you still wondering if you said something wrong or replaying old messages to find out where you messed up? You didn't. You just gave too much to someone who gave nothing back. That ends today. Comment, "I protect my energy," if you're done begging for attention and ready to take control of your life. Number 1. Control your emotions. You sit alone staring at your phone, not because you don't have anything to do, but because deep down you've made her your priority, even when she's made you an afterthought. Your peace is now held hostage by a single unread message. You can't focus. You replay the last conversation in your head. Did you sound too eager? Did you say something wrong? You walk around like a man who's forgotten who he is, like someone who has willingly handed the keys of his mind to someone who doesn't even value his presence. And she knows it. She sees it in the way you reply fast, in the way you initiate every conversation, in the way you're always the one making effort while she barely lifts a finger. She doesn't ignore you because she's too busy. She ignores you because she can, because you've taught her that no matter what she does or doesn't do, you'll still be there. That no matter how she treats you, your attention is guaranteed. And when your attention is guaranteed, it's worthless. You've become predictable, easy, convenient. And women don't value convenience. They value what they have to earn. But no one ever told you that. No one told you that by reacting emotionally to her silence, by chasing, by overgiving, by showing her she can disrespect your time and still have your affection, you're destroying any chance you ever had of being respected. This isn't about her anymore. It's about you. It's about how you respond when someone plays with your time, your mind, and your energy. Do you fold or do you rise? You want her to see your worth, but how can she when you don't see it yourself? You can't teach someone to value what you constantly give away for free, and you don't earn value by being nice. You earn it by being solid, unshaken, disciplined, and emotionally untouchable. That's what control means. Not coldness, but clarity. Not distance, but direction. You need to learn how to sit with discomfort, how to feel ignored and not react, how to feel disrespected and not lose your self-respect in the process. This is where real strength begins, not in what you say to her, but in what you don't say. Not in what you do for her, but in what you stop doing. The moment you stop living to impress and start living to improve, everything shifts. You need to wake up and realize that the life you want doesn't begin with her message. It begins with your mission. And your mission is not to chase. Your mission is to build, to lead, to grow. Every second you spend wondering about her is a second stolen from your future. That business idea, left behind because you were scrolling through her stories. That workout you skipped, lost because you were hoping she'd call. That book you didn't finish, forgotten because your mind is too distracted. You're losing days, weeks, months to a woman who's not even sure if she wants you. And for what? So you can feel validated for 5 seconds before the cycle repeats. That's not connection, that's addiction. And the only cure is detachment. But detachment isn't about being careless. It's about being careful with what you care about. You must reclaim your time, your presence, and your priorities. You must train your mind to stay focused even when your emotions scream otherwise. This is where Stoicism lives, in the stillness between action and reaction, in the discipline to not respond, in the ability to let go of what you want right now for what you truly need long term. You think you need her message to feel whole? You don't. What you need is to build a life so full, so strong, so powerful that you stop looking at your phone altogether because you're too busy living. You become so busy with your goals that a reply becomes a luxury, not a necessity. You become so invested in your vision that her silence becomes background noise to your greatness. And when you get there, when you really get there, everything changes. Your energy changes, your posture changes, the way you walk, talk, think, it all changes. And women, they notice, they sense it, they feel the shift from your old self, desperate, emotional, needy, to the man who no longer chases but attracts. The man who no longer waits but moves. The man who no longer reacts but chooses. And that man, that's who you're meant to be. Not the one checking his phone, not the one refreshing the chat, but the one out there building, evolving, dominating. You've been living in reaction mode for too long, waiting for her to make a move before you feel worthy. That ends now. From this point forward, you take the lead, not just in your relationships, but in your life. You build routines that feed your mind, habits that grow your strength, standards that protect your energy. When your emotions rise up, you acknowledge them, but you don't let them take the wheel. You don't send the message. You don't stalk her page. You don't fold. You stay composed. You stay committed to the bigger picture. Because the moment you let someone else's silence dictate your self-worth, you've already lost. You're not here to be chosen. You're here to choose who gets access, to choose what deserves your time, to choose what matters. And if she's not reaching out, if she's not reciprocating, if she's not showing effort, then she's choosing for you. She's choosing not to be in your life. And that's fine. Let her. Your job isn't to chase people who don't value you. Your job is to become so valuable that losing you feels like a mistake. That's what control looks like. Not in manipulation, not in silence games, but in real, internal, unshakable self-discipline. Every time you resist the urge to react, you grow stronger. Every time you redirect your focus back to your goals, you level up. And every time you walk away from low effort and low respect, you rise into your highest self. So the next time she doesn't call, doesn't text, doesn't reach out, remember this: you are not defined by her actions. You are defined by your response. You are not a boy waiting to be noticed. You are a man building a legacy. And legacies don't beg, they don't plead, they don't chase, they build, they grow, they stand. And in that strength, in that discipline, in that quiet, powerful control, you find freedom, you find peace, you find purpose, and most importantly, you find yourself. And if you're ready to take this even further, if you're tired of guessing how to respond, how to hold frame, how to protect your energy in a world that keeps trying to test it, then the Stoic Relationship Blueprint is your next step. This isn't just a book. It's a lifeline. It's filled with timeless principles that will immediately shift the way you see yourself, your relationships, and the world. And now, it's available in audiobook form. That means you can absorb these life-changing truths while you're walking, jogging, training, driving, turning idle moments into pure evolution. Why keep wondering what to do when you could be learning exactly how to think, act, and live with complete emotional clarity? Once you own it, it's yours forever. No subscriptions, just pure, permanent access to knowledge that separates weak decisions from strong leadership. The link's in the comments. Number 2, give her time and space. If she doesn't text first, it's because she doesn't need to. Because you've already taken that responsibility away from her. Every time you reach out first, you tell her she doesn't have to. Every time you double text, follow up, check in, just to see how she's doing, you reinforce the idea that you'll always be the one putting in the effort while she relaxes on the other end, deciding if and when you're worth replying to. This isn't how you build respect. This is how you slowly erase your dignity and hand it to someone who's already made it clear that they don't value it. You give her no reason to chase, no opportunity to miss you, no chance to feel the weight of your absence, because your presence is always guaranteed, always free, always available. And people don't chase what they're sure they'll never lose. You think consistency is love, but sometimes it's just desperation dressed in hope. You think if you just hold on long enough, she'll wake up and appreciate your patience, your effort, your loyalty. But that moment never comes because you've taught her she doesn't have to earn anything. You want to be respected. Then you have to stop being so easy to reach. Stop being so easy to read. Stop being so eager to serve someone who won't even meet you halfway. Give her time and space, not as a tactic, not to manipulate her into chasing, but to give yourself the clarity to see what she really does when you're not there to carry the connection. Because the silence between you two, it's not just emptiness, it's data. It tells you who's really invested and who's just along for the ride. And most of the time, when you stop reaching out, you find out the relationship only existed because you kept dragging it forward. If she disappears when you stop texting, she was never really present to begin with. And you need to be brutally honest with yourself about that. Stop romanticizing her silence. Stop making excuses for her laziness. Stop pretending she's just not a big texter or bad with communication. If she cared, you'd know it. Not by what she says, but by what she does. You wouldn't be wondering. You wouldn't be questioning your worth every night. You wouldn't be stuck in this cycle of overthinking, replaying every little detail, waiting for a message that never comes. You'd be living, you'd be building, you'd be at peace. But instead, you're trapped in her shadow, living in the echo of a woman who doesn't even notice your presence anymore. So give her time and space, and give it to yourself even more. Use that space to remember who you were before you wrapped your self-worth around her attention. Use that time to rebuild the man who once didn't care about being ignored because he was too focused on growing, achieving, becoming something. The problem isn't that she never texts first. The problem is that you never stopped long enough to ask yourself why you care so much. Why does her message mean more than your progress? Why does her reply determine your mood? Why does her approval matter more than your purpose? That's where the transformation happens, in the questions. And once you start asking the right ones, you start getting the real answers. She's not the problem, you are, because you've allowed this behavior. You've accepted less. You've tolerated inconsistency. You've rewarded apathy with attention. And until you stop, nothing changes. She won't suddenly become someone else. She won't start trying harder. She won't value you more just because you were patient. People only change when the environment forces them to. And as long as you keep showing up like everything's fine, there's no reason for her to adjust. No pressure, no consequence, no loss. And without those, there's no respect. You have to stop being afraid of the answer. What if she never reaches out? What if she forgets about you? What if you walk away and she doesn't follow? Then you'll finally know. You'll finally be free from the illusion that she ever cared as much as you did. And with that freedom, you gain power. Power to walk in truth. Power to invest your energy where it's returned. Power to live without begging. That's what giving space really does. It exposes reality. It tears down the fantasy and shows you the facts. And if you're ready to grow, that truth is a gift. But if you're still clinging to the hope that one day she'll see your value, then that truth will hurt. But pain isn't your enemy. Comfort is. Comfort keeps you stuck. Comfort keeps you waiting. Comfort keeps you chasing. Pain wakes you up. Pain tells you when it's time to move. Pain teaches. So embrace the pain of silence. Let it teach you who you really are. Let it show you how far you've strayed from your path. Let it push you back into your potential. And when you do that, when you finally stop texting, stop checking, stop hoping, something shifts. You start hearing your own voice again. You start making decisions that serve you, not her. You start remembering what it feels like to be grounded, clear, unstoppable. And in that state, no message, no reply, no silence can shake you. Because you're not waiting for anyone, you're moving forward. And if she ever decides to catch up, it'll be on your terms, not hers. That's the power of space. It clears the fog. It rebuilds your backbone. It realigns your priorities. And most importantly, it gives her a chance to do the one thing she's never had to do: earn you. But whether she does or not, you win. Because giving space is never about her. It's always been about you. And when you give it fully, unapologetically, with no attachment to the outcome, that's when you finally take your power back. That's when you become untouchable. That's when you stop reacting and start choosing. And from that place, everything changes. Your confidence returns. Your focus sharpens. Your energy elevates. And suddenly, the woman who couldn't bother to text you back becomes just another lesson, not a loss. And your life? It becomes yours again. Number 3, focus on your life. You keep saying you want to level up, but every time your phone vibrates, you pause your entire life hoping it's her. You put your purpose on hold for someone who won't even return a simple message. You wait for a woman who's not waiting for you. That's the part you don't admit. That you're wasting your time on someone who has already moved on emotionally, even if you're still physically in the conversation. You tell yourself she's just busy, but the truth is, people make time for what matters to them, and you haven't mattered in a long time. What matters to her right now is knowing she has you on standby. Not because she wants you, but because she enjoys the security of knowing you're still there, just in case. And meanwhile, you've let your entire world revolve around this uncertainty. You've stopped making moves. You've stopped chasing goals. You've stopped doing the things that once made you magnetic, focused, and full of potential, because every single day you're silently asking for permission to matter again. But you don't need her permission. You need your priorities back. Focus on your life doesn't just mean hit the gym or start a business. It means recenter your entire existence around becoming the man you say you want to be. The man who walks with purpose, not desperation. The man who sets goals and crushes them whether she's watching or not. The man who doesn't wait to be chosen. He chooses. You say you want peace, but you won't stop scrolling her feed. You say you want growth, but you won't stop checking if she's online. You say you want to be better, but you're addicted to attention that comes and goes like the wind. That's not growth. That's stagnation. And the longer you sit in that place, the more your dreams decay under the weight of what if. You need to take that energy you're pouring into her and reinvest it in yourself. Not because it's a trick, not because it'll make her come back, but because you're worth the attention you've been giving away. And when you finally understand that, everything changes. You start moving different. You start waking up earlier. You start eating better. You stop needing external validation to feel valuable. You stop playing games with people who treat you like a backup plan, and you start building a life that doesn't require her presence to feel full. When you're truly focused on your life, her texts don't distract you because you're too busy building. Her silence doesn't destroy you because you've built a mental fortress that doesn't shake when someone withdraws affection. You stop waiting, you stop hoping, you start acting, you start leading, you start commanding your time with intention and your energy with clarity. Focus on your life means cutting ties with anything that makes you question your worth. It means holding yourself to a higher standard than anyone else ever has. It means letting go of fantasy and locking into reality. Because she's not your future, she's a lesson. And the longer you refuse to learn it, the more time you waste repeating it. Focus means building momentum so powerful that even if she came back, you wouldn't have time to answer. Not because you're petty, but because you've outgrown the version of you that would. And that's what evolution looks like, when what once controlled you no longer even touches your peace. That's when you know the shift is real. And that shift, it starts now. Number 4, match her effort. You keep trying harder, thinking it'll make her finally see what she has. You send thoughtful texts, you make plans, you give compliments, you keep showing up. And she shows up when it's convenient. She replies when she feels like it. She gives just enough to keep you hanging, but never enough to make it real. And you justify it. You say she's not expressive. You say she has a lot going on. You defend her lack of effort because the truth is too painful. She's not that into you. And rather than accept that and walk away, you double down. You work harder. You sacrifice more. You try to prove your worth by doing what she never asked for. Because deep down, you don't believe you're enough unless you're constantly proving it. But here's the truth. The more you overgive, the less she respects you. Because effort that isn't reciprocated becomes expectation. And what was once a sweet gesture becomes your new minimum standard. You teach her she can show up with 5% and you'll do the rest. And once she learns that, she never feels the need to try again. She just waits for you to pick up the slack. And you do, over and over, until one day you're exhausted, drained, resentful. Not because she broke your heart, but because you abandoned yourself. You gave so much to someone who never even wanted to match you. Matching her effort isn't about revenge. It's about respect, yours. It's about learning to sit back and observe, to pay attention to what she does, not what she says, to hold back your affection until you see where hers truly lies. If she takes days to respond, you take days. If she gives half energy, you give half back. Not to be petty, not to play games, but to protect yourself from wasting your life on one-sided fantasy. Matching her effort means you stop begging for attention. You stop acting like love is earned by proving you're good enough. You start realizing that if she wanted to show up, she would have. And if she doesn't, that's the answer. You want a relationship that flows both ways, not one where you carry it on your back while she coasts, not one where you show up 100% just to get 20% in return. That's not love. That's emotional slavery. So you match her energy, not to manipulate her, but to measure her, to find out if she's real or just another person pretending. And when you do that, when you stop doing the most for someone doing the least, you finally see the truth. You see who she really is. You see what you've been tolerating, and you see what you've become in the process. Matching her effort brings clarity. It brings balance. It brings freedom. And if you're strong enough to do it, you'll start attracting people who don't make you beg to be seen. People who show up because they want to, not because you pressured them to. And that's the kind of connection worth your time, worth your love, worth your presence. But you'll never find it until you stop chasing the people who never earned it. Match her energy, and if she fades away, let her, because the right one will rise to meet you. Number 5. Let her miss you. You keep wondering why she doesn't value you, why she doesn't initiate, why she doesn't reach out first. But the truth you keep avoiding is simple. She doesn't miss you because she's never had to. You've never let her. You've been so available, so predictable, so constantly present that she's never felt the need to question your absence. She's never had a chance to wonder where you went, what you're doing, or who else might be experiencing your energy, because you've made it too easy. You've made your love cheap. You've handed her your attention on a silver platter without making her earn it, without ever stepping away long enough for her to feel what life is like without it. You want her to miss you, but you never leave. You want her to value your energy, but you never protect it. You're always one message away, one call away, one checking-in text away, and every time you show up without being invited, you confirm the belief that your presence is guaranteed. And anything that's guaranteed is never cherished. She doesn't need to think about you because you've already thought about her enough for both of you. She doesn't need to chase you because she knows you'll be back. That's the truth. That's the part that hurts. And that's exactly where your power begins. When you stop being afraid to let her experience the void you've been filling. When you stop fearing what will happen if you go silent and start embracing what will happen if you finally do. You think you're losing her by pulling back, but you're actually losing yourself by staying. You're losing your time, your pride, your vision, your focus, all for someone who doesn't even notice the sacrifice. So what happens if you stop reaching out? What happens if you stop checking in? What happens if you simply go quiet, not as a tactic, but as a statement? Not out of bitterness, but out of balance. The answer is simple. You find out the truth. You find out if she ever really cared. You find out if she's willing to step into the space you've been holding for so long. And most importantly, you find out if you're the only one holding this connection together. Because if you are, that silence becomes your clarity. That absence becomes your freedom. That distance becomes your teacher. Let her miss you. Not to manipulate her, but to measure her. To give her the opportunity to show up or to walk away. Either way, you win. Because if she steps forward, it means something real was buried beneath all that imbalance. And if she doesn't, then you finally stop lying to yourself. Then you finally see the truth you've been afraid to admit. That she liked the attention, not the connection. That she enjoyed the control, not the relationship. That she loved the idea of you more than the reality of you. And that's okay, because your value isn't based on how she feels about you. It's based on how you treat yourself when she stops showing up. So let her miss you. Let her wonder. Let her feel the shift in your energy. And if she never comes back, that's not rejection. That's redirection. That's protection. That's clarity disguised as silence. Let her feel your absence like gravity. Let her feel the weight of your missing presence. Let her realize, in the quiet, just how loud your love actually was. But more importantly, let yourself experience what life feels like when you're no longer orbiting someone who doesn't see your worth. Let yourself feel the peace that comes from no longer chasing a ghost. Let yourself return to the man you were before you lost yourself in her. Because you were someone before she arrived. You were building before she became your distraction. And you will be someone again, stronger, wiser, colder if necessary, but never again so easily available. Let her miss the version of you she took for granted. And in the meantime, you don't wait. You don't pause your progress. You move, you grow, you build. You replace the energy you once gave to her with energy that now builds your future. You stop replaying what went wrong and start creating what could go right. You build habits. You chase goals. You upgrade your life to the point where missing you becomes her regret, not your punishment. You become the man whose absence isn't just noticed, it's felt. And when that happens, when your silence starts echoing louder than your words ever did, she might finally understand what she lost. But by then, you won't even care. Because you'll have learned the lesson, you'll have gained the strength, you'll have moved on. And that's the kind of growth no one can take from you. So let her miss you. Let her face the reality of what life is like without your support, your presence, your attention. And let yourself finally step into the life you were meant to build. One where you are the prize, not the pursuer. Where your peace is more important than her texts. Where your value is no longer tied to how often she reaches out. Where your energy is sacred. And where your silence becomes your power. If you're done being the man who waits, who overgives, who begs in silence while she barely notices, then this is your moment. No more confusion, no more chasing, no more playing games you were never meant to win. The Stoic relationship blueprint is not just advice. It's the full reset your mind, energy, and standards have been starving for. It's filled with timeless principles that will transform how you move, think, and lead immediately. And now it's in audiobook form, so you can sharpen your mind while walking, jogging, or building the life she never saw coming. Once you get it, it's yours forever. No more excuses, just results. Comment, "I choose clarity" if you're ready to own this. Like this video, subscribe to make sure more men find these truths, and grab your copy in the comments before it disappears.